Found a hotel, or Damian has while he's been sat there, so off to find that. Once we got to Whitehorse, we got to our hotel, got showered and changed, and went out to find some dinner. We found a nice restaurant that happened to do bison. So Damo had a bison stew and I had a bison bolognese, and at the time it was really nice. We went to the visitor centre to get some information about the road ahead and see just how much of a massive task it was. We then washed our bikes and prepped, changed our tyres from the only bike shop available, and Damo went to a post office and then had to battle with a Windows computer to try and send his parcels home. After a few days of chilling out and editing some of these videos, it was time to set off. We left the hotel this morning and we're now layering up because it's pretty cold. We're on our way to Dawson. I'm going to try and do the 500 kilometers today, but today's just going to be smashing road miles. Nothing special, but yeah, layer it up because it's cold. So we made it to Dawson. It's an amazing little town, all the old shops like this and a nice big hill behind. And our plan now, we just met somebody at a petrol station. Our plan now is actually to start riding the Dempster. Our decision to ride in late in the evening. We've got to start riding the Dempster now. We are leaving Dawson City. It's an absolute gorgeous little place. Definitely going to have to spend some time here when we get back from Tuck. So that junction there is the start of the Dempster. We're just going to fill our bikes up with fuel. It's 5:30 in the evening and we have done 575 kilometers already, so quite a big day. We're going to make it a bit more. This is the Dempster. So the plan is, I've set my sat nav to Inuvik, ooh, pretty, which is 730 kilometers. I'm not going to do that because it'd be ridiculous. So we're just going to ride until we kind of get tired, I guess. Yeah, we're on the Dempster. A lot of mixed feelings about this road, just because there's a lot of things going on online. So a whole Facebook group. One second, you don't know whether you're, don't know what you're in for. You know, some people say, "Oh God, it's terrible." Other people are like, "Oh no, it's fine." You know, it all depends on skill level, what tyres people have, what bike people are riding, and how they experience it, what the weather's like. Oh, first bit of dirt, here we go. And so we don't, yeah, just not sure what we're going to get into. I'm fairly confident. I think we're quite competent riders. But then again, there goes into sand and deep 6-inch gravel, and that can really throw people off, and we've got a lot of weight on the bikes, so we'll get to find out. Let's see how it goes. So the gravel is odd. It's a washboard underneath, so if you go sort of very slow down to about 60, it gets really vibey, or 70, and then it's really hard packed with like little gravel on top, so it actually feels really quite loose because you're like skittering on the stones that are on top of the hard pack stuff. Wow, just look at that. What a view, what a start. We're only 25 k's in. Pretty! Even in the cloudy weather. My lovely helmet hair. We've done 73 kilometers. We're at the first campsite, but I think we're going to try and push on the next one another 50k. So yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Just going to push on. This is like, with the weather grey and cloudy, hint of moisture in the air, could be Scotland. This, it's pretty brisk as well, 70 degrees. A little cold, a mid layer on perhaps, but amazeballs. Absolutely amazeballs. Well, this is where it says the campsite is. What a knob. That was literally, put my foot down. Nah, didn't have it. I got. bloody short feet. Right, well that was embarrassing. We've abandoned that campsite because there's no real flat spots for the tent, so it's about 8:30 I think. 8:30, yeah, 8:30 in the evening. Mosquitoes, go away, visor down. We found a campsite, so we're going to sleep the night here, and then what we might do is get up and sod off early and make ground in the morning, or we shall stay here for as long as possible and then make ground in the evening, because it's very nice how there was nothing around us today. Has it got some sugar in it? What is it? It looks mouldy.
Macaroon madness.
What is it?
Macaroon madness. Got coconut and sugar. Have some.
Huh?
Have some.
No, I'm alright, thanks.
It will attract the bears from the other side of the world. Oh.
You reckon you're going to finish it?
I'm going to at $4.
Right.
This is diabetes in cling film wrapping. Oh.
On that note, good night.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
Day 2 on the Dempster. We got to camp last night, got into bed about 10, set our alarms for 5 because the plan was to wake up early and smash a load of miles out before the dust come in and the truck started to ride, but it was pissing it down with rain, so the alarm went off and we all stayed in bed. And now it is 10:30 because we thought we'd let it go down. And then look, there's a patch of blue sky, so we're going to go for it. Let's hit it. So the temperature's pretty cool, but it's quite nice, not too bad. However, the damp road, although keeping the dust out, was a little slick. You could just feel it under your tyres. We're being a bit cautious. We're also aware that nobody else is on the road today. Now, that's either just because they've looked at the weather and gone, oh no, we're not going to do it, or they know something about the wet road that we don't. Well, we've done a lot of research, so I don't think so, but I think Eagle Plains is the next kind of service station sort of thing, so that's our goal today, just to make it there, which is 200 kilometres. So back of the bikes are getting a bit dirty. I'll just make this number plate make sense for a few minutes. There you go. UK. Oh, Damian's got a better angle than mine. Let me do a line like that, and 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 a line like that. There you go. Decorated your number plate. It's weird, I'm riding along, going always a bit cold and grey, and looking at the hills and things, and I'm having to remind myself it's okay for it to be a bit cold and grey, because other than this is the challenge of this road, but I've got to remind myself I'm almost at the top of the world, you know? I'm a few hundred kilometres from the Arctic Ocean, and I'm less than that to the Arctic Circle. So it's a bit mental when I say that to myself. I have a feeling we might be the two stupid Englishmen, because we really haven't seen that many people on this road, and it's time to rain. I've got my little rain finger on so I can wipe my visor. Typical English weather really. 12 degrees, overcast, light rain. Not your typical road. It's raining a little bit more now, so we've come to the conclusion that we're going to get to Eagle Plains, which has got a shop and a campsite. We're just going to wait it out there, and if it means waiting it out for a day or two, then that's what we're going to do. Remember, don't do the Dempster in the rain. What an idiot! We've been at Eagle Plains for a little while. There's a hotel. So we're at the hotel, and they're allowing us to pitch tents, like just past it, for what a pitch is $30. It's $15 each. So we're going to do that, and that way we can pitch our tents, sleep cheaply, but utilise the warmth of the lobby of the hotel, and maybe have a beer or something later, to keep us warm and dry. And if we have to sit here till Tuesday, it's a much nicer place than just cooped up in our tent. That's the plan. It's not very nice out here, I'll be honest. Should have picked a better week. Our bad. The mosquitoes are absolutely savage. It's 10 to 8 in the morning. We've obviously decided that we're gonna carry on today. Yeah, so we didn't wait till Tuesday, and today we're heading to Inuvik, which is about, well, my stat nav says 364, other people have said it's 400, so we'll see. It's going to be a full tank of fuel. That is absolutely gorgeous. The weather is still quite brisk, 13 degrees, so we've all layered up with everything. And yeah, got chatting last night to these two guys in the pub, and they were talking about how the road is not that bad, so as long as we don't get wet, we're just going to send it along the road and enjoy it. I have just come over the brow of the hill and been hit with this. I mean, this is just epic. Stopped at this little weather station for breakfast. Seems like a best spot with a view like that. It was a lovely spot. I know people have obviously been shooting some rounds off. There's a load of old 303 shells sat on the floor. I just can't get over how glorious this is. And the road's really nice and it's drying out, which is great. There's a few sections that do keep you on your toes. Not enough for me to slow down, but enough for me to stand up and change position. Here's the Yukon. And now we're going into the Northern Territories. And they've put up lovely signs, but it's a bit disappointing that they haven't put up a sign to say that we're within the Arctic Circle, which we are now. So, well, and level with the clouds, it turns out. But we're within the Arctic Circle, which is pretty bloody special. So we've got 415 k's to the Arctic Ocean. Off we go. Look at this. We're kind of in amongst the hills now, we're winding our way through. Yeah, it's amazing. Little river and a valley underneath the clouds now as well. Still 8 degrees, still pretty cold. It's 6 degrees. Hands are cold. Everything's cold. View's amazing. And cold. We've got these little dogs. He looks like he's got a little bit of an eye infection, bless him. But the mud is pretty horrendous. It's here. So we've got 2 ferry crossings. This is the first one. Okay, no worries. Okay. Let's watch Damo come in. Oh, easy. Yeah, pretty slick. It's horrible, isn't it? I'm cold. Oh shit, we're moving already. We're not going fast, we're going slow. It looks like there's going to be more mud up the other end, so yeah. Very quick little ferry crossing. You can see all the mud just everywhere, and our bikes are no different apart from that's undone. Let's do that up. A little check on the bike while we got to stop. Oh, that's brown. Yep. Yeah, that's brown. That's brown. That's brown. I have to say, the concentration level for this road at the moment is high. I'm really light hands on the bars, and I'm basically treating it like riding in the ruts back in the UK. I was like a tyre track and I was steering with my feet, put myself in that track all the way through. I'm going to be tired tonight. We've got another 180 kilometres to go. We're just coming up to our next and last, I believe, ferry crossing, and a police car come past us, absolutely flying to get here, because here he is sat at the front of the queue for the ferry. There's the ferry, it's coming. So the police car is the one that's fast, but all these other ones we're probably going to have to overtake. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give anyone that's doing this route a little bit of advice, and that is, 1, don't mind it when it's wet, but 2, the tyre tracks that look smooth, slick, are actually the best grip. If you go over to the dirt, over to the edges there, it's really soft and it can stop sucking you in. The further over you go, the more it sucks you in. You'll see there's some sections of the road where even this car that's coming at me is driving in the same tyre tracks. So we'll have to move over for each other. So I'm going to step it over to this bit. Obviously go over that transition, a bit of meaningless. But now I've got to be more cautious because it's definitely wetter. The road starts to move a bit more. And then I'll get more grip. It definitely gets moved there. So top tip, take the tyre tracks where it's hard packed and smooth. Might look wet and slippery, but it's the most grip. Right, the other part of this journey is fuel. So it's about almost 400 kilometres, something like that, 300 knots. And we've got 33 kilometres left to get to Inuvik, and I've got 40 kilometres in the tank. We've got fuel. Oh, stop. Right, and what is that? $43, 18.76 out of a 20 litre tank. So I had a litre and a bit, I guess. I know this is all a bit of a funny angle, but my head's at a funny angle, so deal with it. Look at that. That was all solid, and look at this. Yeah. Jet wash, I think. Half a chance of Get into my bag later. Little update. We are now in Inuvik in the north of Canada in the Arctic Circle, and I can't concentrate with him in the background. But yeah, so we're going to go to Tuktoyaktuk tomorrow morning, and then we'll basically spend the afternoon there, wash my face in the Arctic Ocean. I'm not going to go for a swim, too bloody cold, and then ride back to here and then set off south. So it's cold, we're all layered up. We did have a nice shower tonight. Here's a fun little fact: it's 10 o'clock at night and the sun won't set until 1:40 AM and then rises again at about 20 past 4 in the morning. But it never really sets, it just sits down low and you get like this sunset for hours.